Let's start with the sourcing issues in a supply chain. Every company has something like a purchasing department. As you saw from organizational roles, maybe all these activities are not implemented in a single department, depending on the company size and structure, but basically with respect to purchasing, all these issues mentioned on this slide are somewhere present in a company. Though a purchasing department task is to select the suppliers. The department should negotiate the long-term contracts and look after these contracts, evaluate these contracts, make sure that they are implemented. The purchasing department will also monitor the performance of the suppliers. They will check, is the supplier performance adequate? Is it according to the contract? They will think about measures on how to monitor the performance. The purchasing department will also place the actual orders with our suppliers. The purchasing department will develop a set of suppliers that are active, that are engaging, that are responsive, and that are reliable. And finally, an important role of the purchasing department is to maintain a good supplier relationship. If the relationship is only based on the cost and the company quickly switches the suppliers once there's a cheaper supplier available, then this is a pure pricing and cost-based relationship. But it may be not a good idea, a good foundation to start a long-term relationship. But depending on the industry and the special circumstances, this might be a good strategy, but it also might be a bad strategy. The purchasing department needs to follow one strategy. An important decision of the purchasing department is whether the company should produce a certain product or service by themselves, in-house, we say we do it in-house with our own resources, or if the company should outsource this service or this product. Outsourcing means we try to find a supplier that can do this product for us, that can create the service for us. And when we outsource products, that means we give the task of providing this product to another member of our supply chain. Our supply chain might become more complicated because we have another supplier. Though the insourcing and outsourcing decision always affects the structure of the supply chain. And how to measure the level of outsourcing? This is measured by the term vertical integration. The vertical integration. This is a measure of how much of the supply chain is owned or operated by the manufacturer. So we say there's a high vertical integration if the manufacturer owns the raw material supply and maybe the next step, the distribution in the supply chain. Though if we have a lot of insourcing, then the vertical integration is very high. If we have a lot of outsourcing, then the vertical integration is low. And insourcing means that the products or services are provided by the manufacturer. And on the other hand, outsourcing means the manufacturer pays other suppliers to provide the required product or services.